explain in the Hindi Dharma group. I will start with my experience. When we went to Ladakh, that time, while returning back to airport, I told Vilas sir that I had an experience of nothing is there, only Vijnana is left. So how to close that Vijnana? That time, Vilas sir told that you don't have to do anything; it will close automatically. So after coming back from there, I started to practice the same. I experienced the same kind of experience. Then on the Uposatha day, that Sunday, I sat around for 3.5 hours in that situation, in that experience. That was a very good experience for me. I realized that something is happening. All the things are getting closed, and whatever thoughts is arising, that are very clear to me, how they are arising, how they are passing. I was waiting for next thought to arise. In what condition they arise? What is the type of that thought is arising? How it is passing away? How long it stays? That clearly I understand all the things. After some time, that um, house is some doorbell is rang, and I came out of that. So that day also was a very good. All the day uh, I was in that process only. Whatever thought is arising, I was in. Though I was not in samadhi, but I can look my thoughts very clearly, how they are arising, how they are passing. And then when next day I sat, so 3:30 I was sitting, and I was looking for the same experience. And usually I sit for up to 5 o'clock, 3:30 to 5 o'clock. Then I go for walk. That day it was raining outside, so I cancelled my walking, uh, and I sat for the next. I will. I thought that I will sit for next 1 hour. Then I have to go for office. So up to 6 o'clock, I will sit. That was my intention, and I sat. And after some time, I realized that that I should look for the time now. It may be office time now. So that thought I clearly saw. I saw that thought is arise. I waited for some time. Then I realized that I'm coming out of that. And then I literally saw that watch I had. That all moment I realized that, oh, this is what is happening is extraordinary. Then I saw it was 6 o'clock. I didn't know how I went inside, but I know how I came out of that. That was my experience, and that triggered me. This may be that whatever nirodha samapatti or sanya vedat nirodha. But that day I didn't told Vilas that I had to confirm whatever happened is real is same, or what is my illusion. So again I uh, done meditation for 2 times, and I experienced that I'm going up to that level. Then I rang up Vilas sir, and I told him that I closed that Vijnana for some time. Then he told me very good, and this is how it was that day experience. This now I looking back and see that when I was in Leh, that was a very good experience. Wherever we went to monastery, when I sat for meditation, it took no time to go in samadhi. very, very few seconds, and I am in samadhi. That may be the trigger for this happening. Before that, I used to go for 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, I can go directly from 5 to 8 jhanas. And the time for establishing in 8 jhana, I used to take long time for 8 jhana. But after that, I realized that I can go from fifth only. That is my experience after the Leha trip. And whatever happened, I never expected that I should go in nirodha samapatti, or without expectation. I then in January, I while on online session done by Vilas, I entered in seventh and eighth jhana. So from January, I was practicing eighth jhana, and in September, I got this experience. So this is it take around 8 to 9 months practicing eighth jhana and uh, going to ninth jhana. This is all my experience. If you have any questions, you can ask me.
Yeah, Shaniel can ask some questions.
Yes, sure.
Oh no, this is wonderful. Congratulations, Ravindraji. Really, really happy for you. And when you went in, did you set any time? Like, I want to come back after this amount of time?
Actually, it was I am getting ready for office at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
That was my thought.
Yes.
Sitting. And maybe that's why their thought came in my mind that I should see the watch now.
Yeah. So 6 o'clock was in your mind, like
yeah. I did not study that I will be there, but it was my thought that I will sit for 6 o'clock. Then I want to get ready for office.
Yeah, I'm always worried, like, about setting the time. So I always only say 10 minutes. Just go for 10 minutes and come back. So because I didn't really think about, okay, I can specify a certain time, be back by this time. And also you said you knew you could see when you were coming back, like the process of coming back. Can you describe that in a little bit more detail? Like, how was there a sudden realization, or what did that?
In that, when I thought came to mind that I should see the watch now, it take little long time to me. That I saw that thought is arise.
Mm-hmm.
Something is happening. Okay. I'm not coming out of that. Still, I was there, and one moment I realized that, oh, this is something strange. That's what my experience. And after that coming, I was not literally. I saw around, but I was not recognize anything for some moment.
Mm.
And I have to do some shaking my head, and suddenly it happens. Then I saw the time.
Yeah, that was my experience as well. The first few times, it takes some time to become aware, and you're not quite sure, And like you said, you have to almost shake your head. Yeah.
Sometimes you get a fear that's gone mad. You've gone mad. You can't recognize any objects you had seen last.
Mm.
Yeah, so that is even more scary, especially if you're doing for long, meaning you're gone for 2 hours, and when you come back, you literally can't recognize anything.
Mm.
It just, you don't know how to bring it back, because it slowly comes back. It's not.
I don't know how long I was there, but after coming back, I had to shake my head. What happened? Then
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, sorry. I just had one other question. Like, when you came back, like, did you experience any other, sensations, feelings of like bliss, joy, anything that you can notice?
no, not like that. But I was very calm. My mind is very calm.
Mm.
I feel that it was very light. It
Yes.
was very light. Very. That means I literally experienced that first time only. That no
Yes.
thoughts is there, nothing is there. Very calm.
Mm. Yep. Yeah, there's a calmness there. Sometimes I experience like there's a few things I notice. Sometimes it's like almost all the time there's this pleasant feeling that washes over me when I come back. Like the mind feels like it's reset, completely, and it feels very calm, but also energetic in some way or refreshed. And the other thing I notice is sometimes when I come back, my breathing, like through both nostrils, is very clear. Like both passageways are extremely clear, which is much different to when I have gone in. Like when I come back, it's noticeably different.
What was difference to me? My ear was very tight when I came back, and it was very light after that, and I can feel that coldness in my ear.
Mm-hmm.
It is very light, very light, very calmness. It is very good experience.
Yeah, it's very calm.
For a long time, it was there. I think talking to Vilasar, it was there. Then I went to that office mode,
Yeah.
losing that.
Then you lose it. Yeah. Thank you.
Another thing, Shaniel, you can watch for is you'll be breathing in both the nostril whenever you go into the nirodha samapatti.
Yeah.
That's a very obvious sign. I mean, it'll be normally if you see one of the nostril is heavy and one of it is light, and when you come back, you have equal air, and then you can see in breath, out breath is equal.
Yep.
There's no long and short. It is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to observe more. But that's one thing I noticed
Yeah.
very clearly, that. Okay.
Yeah, today it's all this day. So we can have as much discussion over this topic as wants.
I had a few more questions, if
Yeah,
that's
go ahead.
okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So you mentioned obviously it happened, the first time, and then you wanted to replicate the experience just so you were sure. I noticed that I've experienced it through eighth jhana, and then staying there for a period of time until eventually the consciousness shuts down. But then also I was looking at the five aggregates, and like, form, feeling, perception, slowly removing each one of those until just consciousness was there. And also through that way, I don't know if it goes to eighth jhana and then it goes, but that was the process I was going through. What process did you use?
Actually, I did not use any process. It happened automatically.
Okay.
But when I was looking at my thoughts, I saw that how it came, how it stays, how long it stays, and I did not. I don't want to try to remove it or to just I observe that thought.
Yeah.
What is happening? Why it is arising? Why it is staying for a long time? Why it is vanishing early? So I was looking that process only, and suddenly it stops.
Yeah. I think at the end, like at the last part, yeah, you just have to sit there and watch, not do anything. And then eventually it goes.
Now I have to ask Vilas sir what to do and what to not do because I am a little bit scary now. So how to establish in that and how to come out of that. So I have to keep nimitta for coming out. So it is verbal or it is what other thought we have to keep. So I have to ask that. I will ask today. I will call Vilas sir and ask do and don't.
No, I can tell right now once we are done with this, so don't worry.
Okay, good. I can able.
Yeah, I'll let other people ask.
Yeah.
Anybody want to ask? Can ask questions.
No, first thing is you can ask, how do you know you're an Anāgami? I would have done that actually. You should ask, how do you know? How do you know that you reached Anāgami stage? I mean, I'm not asking. I'm prompting people to ask.
So after in that 2 days, I observed that my kama chanda, that whatever wish earlier I used to have, that is also reduced very much. Just thought comes and it doesn't stay there. Then looking at a female, I don't feel anything now. I feel that, oh, this same female or male female are not different. Earlier, it's feeling was different. Now it was different feeling. These two things are I can observe that two things are very prominent nowadays. So I don't feel that this is a woman or this is a male or female. The same, I feel that both are same. And whatever earlier I was to liking or disliking, that is also totally gone. I don't feel that I need this only. So I can see that this is two things are very. I can tell that this is not there now. So as Vilas sir said, how can you say that you are Anāgami? That I can say that my Kamachandi is not there now, and still the my liking to jhana is also increased. I want to stay more in jhana now. That may be one reason that also maybe there. So I want to be always in jhana, like in stay in jhana for a long time.
Yes, May. After a long time, I'm seeing you or hearing you. Go ahead.
We've just had daylight saving change, so it's 4 p.m. So it's a little bit easier for me now today. Sorry, for Ravindra. In terms of the Kama Chanda, I mean, is the desire gone for all the other senses? Like, it doesn't matter about taste, like sound, music, sight. So everything completely neutralized now.
Yeah, yes, all the just I all earlier also I don't like to listen music or eat anything tasty or but few things just like non-veg I used to like that, but I now I don't even thought come in my mind to have that. The main thing is that earlier I used to do certain things that if I want to eat something, so I go and buy it. Now I don't think that I will go and buy it. If it is available, then I will have. Otherwise, I will not do anything for that. It was just like not having anything. Whatever income front of me, I will have it. That is the change in nowadays I can observe.
Yeah, May, go ahead.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Thank you for the answer. And I guess the other one is that Vyapada. Is that like so? I mean, you might, or maybe you didn't have that before anyway. But can you sense like that's reduced? Like I don't know, is there no frustration as well, or is frustration a bit different to anger?
No, it was vanished long ago. I don't have Vyapada for anybody. I don't feel like I feel compassion from them, whoever irritate me or they don't understand what I'm want to say. So I don't feel Vyapada for anybody or any situation, any condition. It was not because of this only, because earlier also I don't have that much Vyapada towards anybody.
Yeah, Eriu, go ahead.
Congratulations first.
Thank you.
Very happy. Regarding Kamachanda, continuing May's question, I'm just wondering, you mentioned taste, but how would you describe your overall Kamachanda before this happened? Is it taste the only thing? Like, what other kamachanda you used to have, and at what levels were they
So
prior?
for me, it is only some foods I like to have that I used to go there, buy it, and bring and enjoy it. But now I don't think of. When I saw some shops, I usually stop there and buy things, but I don't stop now. I just look at it. Okay, I will go ahead. If it is available at home or somebody brings it, then I will have it. Earlier, I used to go there and buy it for me.
I guess food is the only thing you could notice, basically, prior to
Yeah, maybe that is only left. I thought because I don't like to have music. One more thing, I used to follow news earlier, not because at this moment, but 1 year, 2 year ago, I used to read newspaper, but that is also stopped automatically. So that interest was very few for me. As it is, I'm very serious type of person, so I don't enjoy much in sensual things. Only few things which was liking to me, that is also gone.
Yeah, very nice. And I guess you mentioned females, right? So I guess even before you don't feel the attraction to females, but when you see a female versus a male, the feeling is slightly different. But then it gets neutralized after this, right? You couldn't perceive any pull toward female even before.
Yeah,
Like were different. Now they were the same.
not like a pull, but something was there. As you can see by eyes of corner, you can notice a female earlier. Now that thing is not there. And if you look at a female with attractive figure and all that, it earlier I was to notice it. Now I don't notice it. There is a difference. When female figure is there, automatically our mind goes there and sticks there for a time and came back. Now it is not happening.
Yeah, I guess that means the namarupa for female does not get created automatically. Previously, it was created. You don't get to it, but it's there. But now it doesn't even get created.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. Thank you very much.
That's it. All whistled out. Yes, Kalyan, go ahead.
Hi, I have a doubt. Ravindraji, congratulations for achieving the state. I just, what is not clear to me is this, like the the experiences that you have said now about Namarva. Somehow, I feel like it's there, like even in me, I'm seeing that, but I have not experienced any jhanaks or anything. So I don't know why I'm kind of maybe wanting to hear more, like something that is, I could say, that cannot be, I'm not being able to make it in a proper sentence, as what I'm trying to say is, but it's not to undermine your achievement or thing, but these feelings already, like, I'm kind of feeling that, recently also, all of a sudden, like right now, I feel like everyone has like we all have the same face, like a very warm, like creature. But when we say creature, we associate something else. But it's just we are just. It's very funny, like how even now also, like there's a decorum here that we are following. It's all feels like made up and everything, like even that thing also, like looking at a certain silhouette of a male or female, a male body also, if it's earlier, like I also sense the same, like earlier I used to feel, oh, what a body, very admirable physique. Then it's kind of sliding down. It's the interest is no more around, not even in male or female or any silhouette. But I don't know, like what in Anāgami, even sir is also, it's also to Sir Vilas sir. I want to clarify, like what else is there that can, because I cannot separate that state. Are you understanding like what I'm trying to say? It feels like I also feel the same, but I cannot. It's, the terms like continuous and discrete. Like I cannot discretize it, or make it like a packet and say this is it. Oh, I have to achieve this. So when I know what's the difference, then I can like, okay, this is where what I'm missing. Maybe that's where I need to practice more and this. But I don't know. My ear is like kind of trying to hear something. My like kind of trying to hear something. Sir, am I? Are you understanding me? Like what I'm trying to say? Both Ravinder sir and Vilas sir, or Shamil, because you all have achieved that state.
What is my understanding? I will. Explain. Just now I said that whenever I saw any female figure in my eyes of a corner, it is noticeable. I can notice that there is a female. Now I don't notice that. That is my experience. Earlier, when I was to drive and female figure is there, I noticed that. Now I don't notice that. And in front of me, if female is there, I just like my eye catches. My eye can discriminate the shape of a female. It is attractive, not attractive, or if it stucks on face and it try to recognize all the things, it stuck to any other body part and try to recognize that thing is not happening now. That I can say that. Whatever else Vilas sir or Shenial can share.
Yeah, that's what, like even I also like. So whenever even I don't know, most of the artists who draw like gesture drawings and stuff, they like we are not like we are so used to seeing female figures also in a very naked form. We don't have any kind of like objectification, or that no feeling arises as such. So even initially happened when I was a kid, but when I started uh, in this field, that those objectification went away, both for male, female, old men, kids. So it just it became a silhouette or shape that I have no association with. But lately and very recently, that's why even in the morning I texted Vilas about this instant thing happened that I feel like even now also, like it's very funny, like how we are just in looking at, like it's amazing how far we have achieved this technology, and we are looking at screen at each other. But it's funny, we are just this worm-like creature with symmetry, and just talking and discussing about how to reach uh, enlightenment. So that's why, like, I'm trying to. So sorry, it's very noisy here. If this doing all, but yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to maybe find something that I don't have in Anāgami. So I don't know what is there that is separate, extra, that I have not. That's my needs. Sorry if
Okay, so let me answer to you. You've been
I'll mute myself. Yeah, he's like asking for me.
yeah, no problem. You can mute and let me answer, and then maybe Cheniel can answer based upon his experience. Let me talk from the Dhamma and also experience. That becomes easy. We will not talk about Sotapanna. There's no use. So we will talk from what is called Sakadagami. What it represents. It represents non-dual state of existence. Basically, when I say non-dual, you see an opposite gender in anything. So let's start like that. You don't feel anything about good or bad, but that's a duality. And there are 8 of them in that thing. It can be with food, or it can be with people, it can be with places, it can be sounds, it can be taste, like that. So all the 5 senses. There's a duality. What's the duality here? The duality is that I like this way, but it's not that way. That's dual. I want this, but the other way around. So it's other way around, I would like to shun it down, remove it. So the 8 worldly things what we have is profit. We look for profit. Is it profitable? Not about money. In general, anything should be profitable. It's even the Buddha Dhamma, what we are doing today, is it profitable? Because we are investing time, we are investing so many things. At Sakadagami, it stops. Meaning, you no longer look at profitable. Like yesterday in the Hindi group, you remember, I think you didn't attend, but if you have attended, there's a lady called Avanti. She said, what's your motivation for doing this? I have no motivation. Why am I spending so much time on Dhamma? If somebody were to ask me, yesterday she asked me, I was thinking, why am I doing this? I have no particular reason that, I should have my YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers. My video should reach so many people, and then I should have a huge, maybe 50-acre land, some houses, and some people serving me, etc., etc. So the sky is the limit in imagination. So what you have to see, or anybody has to see, is like this. If provided the opportunity today, this moment, you feel profitable. And now don't answer to me now. Just put it on mute. You have to see. If there is profit, there's loss. And nobody wants loss. So when I see a female form, or I see a computer, or I see a microphone, I see a mobile, or I see anything in this world, sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, 5 senses. Is it pulling me towards profit? Right? Or I'm just using it for the sake of using it. Let's say I have a perfume bottle. I don't want other person to feel my bad odor, so I'm putting a perfume. Is that okay? Or is it profitable and hence it's okay? It's like I brush the teeth because it's going to smell. Many people wouldn't really basically like that smell. I go to the toilet and then I have to wash my thing. I take a bath. Am I looking life in this way? And if it is yes, it's exactly what it is. And then I have reached Sakadagami stage, meaning it's a non-dual state. the duality is almost gone. When we say dual, what it means is that you're not getting sucked by Kamachanda. What is the Kamachanda is, Kama is enjoyment with senses, and Chanda is the interest. So basically, the sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, when we have, it's not going towards profit, or it's not going towards praise, it's not going towards prosperity, it's not going towards sukha, which means happiness. So the six senses, or rather five senses, does not lead to happiness. It's not that I'm hating it, but I'm not going towards it. So what I could see, irrespective of the jhana, let's say I'm one person, I don't know how to do jhana. Honestly speaking, let's say I don't know jhana. Unless somebody told me that you're doing jhana. Okay, but I don't know. Now, can I be in Sakadagami without jhana? Yes, you can be. There's no need for you to sit down and do the first jhana and the second jhana and third jhana. Yes. But you will be pulled towards that, because you cannot get out of sensuality without getting something which is far better than that. It's just like there's a sweet, a nice sweet. But you've been eating that sweet, and there's nothing much it can offer. And there is something totally different. So the mind latches onto that, and that's when you experience the four jhanas, the rupa jhanas. And because of that, what is called as Mara cannot hold you. Because you don't have to get into jhana. You will be pulled into jhana. That's a right way to put it. Even when, as an example, even when I saw Shenial on 4th of April, it was the first very day I saw this guy. And he was not even showing his eyes. He was making his eyes low, and even in that, I saw that, oh, this guy has done this. Good. Nice one. If you ask him, did you enter into jhana? And the answer is no. By the book of Mind Illuminated, he was pulled into that rather than he getting into it, unless I have studied him totally wrong. Meaning, the day of 4th of April 2025, I misjudged or misunderstood him. That only he can say. And that's the only time I could say, oh, you know what, I got fooled. But otherwise, just one sight of his eyes, I could see where he has landed. I think I'm certain in saying he was pulled by jhana rather than he chose to be in the jhana. Yeah, Shenial, you can.
Yes, exactly. I was striving for some time to try and get there, and nothing was happening. It was only when I let go and I stopped, and then automatically I was pulled into jhana. It just happened. It was very strange, but anyway, I'll let Vilas-ji continues.
Yeah, so Kalyan, the thing is that you should know that you don't have to prepare for jhana. Or for that matter, you don't have to know what is jhana. Whatever we are learning today, we are learning it. We are saying, oh, you know what, this is first jhana, this is second jhana, and then we are breaking our head or pulling our hairs out, saying that, oh, I want to be in jhana. No, you will be pulled into jhana. There's nothing like I will enter into jhana. Even the language says I will enter into jhana. Just for explanation's sake, there's nothing like you will enter. If you enter, you're going to exit. It's not going to work out. See, if somebody says that, oh, now it's 9:11 here, so 9:30, 10:30, please don't disturb. So I'll tell my wife, hey, you know what? Shh, don't disturb. I need a real space for myself, and then I will take my cushion, do something, and on top of that, I put another cushion. Then I remember, you know what, slightly the window is open up, so let me put the curtain and then put the curtain. And I think that, okay, wait a second. So the mobile rings, so I'll keep it outside and then I'll keep looking. You know how much of disturbance I'm having at this point in time, the amount of restlessness. You think I can enter into jhana? It's crazy. Never going to happen. Or I will think, you know what? Today is a holiday, so let me take my car, go into Mahabodhi, and I will tell Mrityunjay and his wife Veena, so we will go to Mahabodhi and they will come in their two-wheeler. We'll go and meditate there. That's not jhana. That's fun. I'm going from here, there, and that's it. Oh, you'll be pulled into jhana. This one thing you need to know clearly for yourself. Now I'll tell you what happens. When you enter into first jhana, and I use the word enter into because that's how you enter. It's just like entering into the house. When you enter into jhana, your thoughts are stopped for the moment and brings to breath. You are not going to watch the breath. Rather, you are with the breath. That's the first time you know something crazy has happened to you. Meaning, it would seem impossible for you to separate yourself from the breath. And now you see the length and breadth and all of this. The body will start oscillating, like people going up and down, and so many other different dimensions. And you're pulled into the second jhana. It's not that you will look at a time, I think it's time for me to get into second jhana. No. It just goes there. It knows. And when it goes there, you know you are in joy. I have never learned this jhana in my life, but yet I will do the jhana. Okay. And then it'll take you to the sukha, the third jhana. So the very first time you feel satiated in life, you don't want anything. In that moment, I'm telling you, Kalyan, I'm not exaggerating. If somebody gives you the entire world to rule, you wouldn't like it.
So I have felt that once, which went away. But that's what, like, because the jhana processes you have explained of entering or this must happen, this. So it confused me. And
No, wait. Let me finish, and then I'll remove the fuse out of crown, and then you will not get confused.
Okay.
Give me some time. Now I'll come to the fourth jhana where it brings in equanimity. So let's stick with the four jhanas which is there in Samma Samadhi. We'll not take the Arupa jhanas for time being. So let's understand what we are trying to do and what we are trying to say or what will happen to you. From the time from Sakadagami to Anāgami, your stay in those jhana will keep on increasing without you wanting or you don't want it. There's nothing like you will do something to get there. It's just a process. You're following the process. It's an initial process, and that process will take care, just like a batch system or some electrification or something. Like, you put everything right in the serial lights, let's say, and just start blinking, and that's it. You don't have to do anything beyond it. Or you switch on the computer, and the computer loads, and then it's ready. If you are getting it in random, then you're not yet there. It means it's taking you near, but you're not yet there. Sometimes, Kalyan, what happens is you go in random. and you exit and you don't know how to enter back. This happened just like that. Now, that time you require a process. So I'm not saying that you have not experienced something, but I'm saying you're slightly behind. If you improve on that, it'll work for you. The thing what you have got is one doubt, what it is, which is taking a lot of energy and you're getting frustrated a little bit. And two is that you want to know what it is, which is again creating restlessness. Just enjoy the ride for now. Okay? Don't label it, don't say anything about it. Just know, oh, this is called as this, and this is called as this, is called as. You don't have to go and investigate. Right? At present, if you do it from your eyes, I can see you're closer to Sakadagami, but you are not at Sakadagami. It's nice that you're going faster. I appreciate it. But you have to wait till the Sakadagami happens. You're closer to it. Just allow it to fall in place. Okay? And when you get the Sakadagami stage, you would know how it automatically transforms you to move without you doing anything. There's no you to do anything there. It's just a process. It keeps on taking the conscious experience from one to another, to another, to another. And then what happens is you will be able to enter into the fifth jhana, like what Ravindra explained. It will get into space. And when you are in space, you know you are in space. There's no question or confusion or whatever it is. And when you land back, you are in the fourth jhana again. You understand? You're not going to come back to first jhana. No, you are in equanimity once you're back. So the fourth jhana becomes your landing vehicle than anything else. Got it? So you need to see it that way. Oh, this has worked. So you will be in fourth jhana and in fifth. And then what happens? You go to sixth, seventh, and eighth. Like what Ravindra was saying, that it takes a few months to get into the eighth jhana. And once you're stabilized there, even for Shenial, it would have taken a good amount of time from the time he knew he was a Sakadagami. And I'm sure he was Sakadagami before even I met him. So you have to wait for some time. And then you will be able to do at will from 1 to 8. And then this ninth one automatically happens. The more you stay in 8, the ninth will happen. And the end of it, whatever we're calling nirodha samapatti, is very simple. There's no much complication there. The first time when it happens by automatic choice or automatic stuff, like you don't know how much time you've gone there and come back. And now you need a nimitta. The moment you make a symbolization, even say 5 minutes or whatever, or when I hear a bell, like I did, only when the air hostess says, "Welcome to San Francisco International Airport." Until that time, it's gone. So no matter whatever is happening there, nothing is going to disturb the mind. Got the point? So when I hear, welcome to San Francisco International Airport, or welcome to Sydney International Airport, or whatever I have put there, it's not about time. I don't care about the time. It's something. So you put something, whatever you think, or you can say in 10 minutes time, and just be there. It automatically brings you back. Just like you keep an alarm. Sometimes, if you talk in the mind and say that, wake me up at 4 p.m. or 4 a.m., you don't have an alarm. It will exactly wake you at 4 a.m. And that's what it is. You have nimitta, symbolization. And then you can do it as many number of times you wish. And hence you know you're an Anāgami. The nirodha samapatti is an Anāgami stage. So when you come back, that means when the time is over and then comes back. Now what happens? Earlier your kamachanda was so reduced. Now you don't have any interest any longer because the chitta in the mind, that impression has been removed forever. So now when I say I'm seeing a person nude, it means there is an effort to see nude. However, there is no nudeness at all because there is no clothness to get something nude. You understand? That duality is already gone. If somebody is clothed, then you have to see somebody nude. So if you remove that, there's nothing to see. Same way, nothing to hear. If you want, you can bring that symbolization and say, Shaniel is talking, or Kalyan is talking, or Ariu is talking like that. And then you get back those emotions. If, let's say, I remove it, there's no emotions. So you can play the game. It's just like acting. You understand? So that would be a difference before and after. It's like somebody asking me to, Vilas, can you act naturally? Let me practice. I practiced well. Now I can make it real, look real. But nothing is happening inside. I'm laughing inside, but outside I'm so real. Oh, you know what? We should. So I'm doing all hand gestures. And if somebody were to see, would feel what's the difference between the earlier and new? Or I can so be withdrawn. There's no reaction. And that other person will come to know, oh, this guy is doing some magic thing. And one time he's so energetically involved. Other time he's completely withdrawn. It's up to that person. Like Ravindra can do or Shaniel can do is just withdraw. We'll take an example. I'm going to his house next month. So he might just withdraw and sit. I might say, Shaniel, come on, smile. And he would say, nothing is there, Vilasji, to smile. Right? Or he might be smiling and laughing and giggling and doing all of those fun things, but yet not affected by that. So this play can be done by an Arhat and an Anāgami, not anyone below that. So you will see for yourself. Like I can have my voice in a way, so I'll be doing this lot of animation when I talk and on Dhamma. I just want to break the point and do like that. But actually, I won't be doing it. Honestly speaking, or I can withdraw. Maybe tomorrow I can do the Dhamma with full withdrawal. You'll come to see the difference. You've never seen me withdrawn. You've seen me in a most animated and fighting mode, and especially with Ariu, I bump on him and say, come on, this, that, and all that. But tomorrow I can play around with withdrawal. It's complete withdrawal. There's nothing. You'll feel this person is dead. If you all want to see that, I can do it, but it's so boring. And then you'd feel, come on, this is not the way I want it. I wouldn't be pretending it, but I can withdraw. And that Shaniel also can do it. He can be with his children, laughing and doing all kind of things, and then otherwise. Let's say he feels, what's the point now in talking to these people? instantaneously it goes into withdrawal mode. Because what it does is it goes into the fourth jhana and sits. And in that state, it's just boring for the other person, not for him or for me. The other person, it seems out of life. Like if my wife calls, come here. I'm just listening to the sound, come here. Not my wife calling. Okay, stand. What are you seeing? Now to process. I'm seeing you. What is there to see me? So it goes in these conversations, which becomes difficult. I'd rather you get animated so that it looks free flow. Just like you are reading out a script and there's a movie being played, and then you take a script, you say, I am Vilas and I'm so and so. So the other person is asking, how are you, Vilas? How are you doing? What should I say? But in the script, it's in the last, it's somewhere, I'm doing fine. It take a while for me to go and say, hey, I'm fine. And you say, no, your volume should be like this, your tone should be like this, the pressure should be like this, etc. So I'll put the same amount of thing. It looks like reading. It'll be boring. Instead, be natural means just the flow. Oh, wow, like that. Just like you're paid for the job. Got it. That's the thing. So let me finish another aspect. Wait a second, Aryu, so that I don't forget what Ravindra asked, because this is related to that. So do's and don'ts is that don't show something you're literally changed. Maintain your balance, because sometimes it so happens that when we change too much, we will be fine, but the people around us will not be. So we have to be considerate on people saying that, oh, it's going to be like my brother-in-law is here and my brother is going to come now. If I just sit withdrawn, those people will feel out of place. That's the first thing. Second thing, before you go in any time, have a nimitta of something. Can be anything, but don't go without that, because it will come back later. But when it comes back, it will be hard for you to remember the last thing what you had done, because there is no frame of reference. What does that mean, the frame of reference? It's like somebody going to a high altitude place, gets unconscious and falls down. And for those number of minutes, he doesn't remember, even when he comes back. I fell down. After that, what happened? The nimitta helps you to connect these two. So I shouldn't be showing anyone that I'm in nirodha samapatti and I've come back, and then, because it's for me, it's not for others. Remember, always nimitta. Let's say I forgot. No problem. It will take its own sweet time, and of that time, you will never be able to make out anything. So always remember to have a nimitta. And if you forget, it's okay. The scare I have is you're doing it and nobody's around and you don't know how to come out, and then you're stuck. Like getting into a self-induced coma. I was scared when Shaniel was saying that I would like to try Vilasji. I said, okay, why? How will he do it? Because somebody she needs to be there, at least to, even the touch will get you up. Because that's a nimitta. That's a forced nimitta, but it's fine. You just shake up and then they come back. You don't know where you are. It's like the consciousness just came to the body, and everything looks something different. The house or whatever you, including the dress you're wearing or whatever it is, you can't remember. What is this? What is this body I'm having? It's just like that. And for some people, it can get scary and they freak out. So that's the reason. Wait a second. So that's a second thing. Third thing, practice 8 jhanas before you get into the 9th. Safety sake. It's a safety net. You're already in 4th, not an issue. But practice 5, 6, 7, 8 in that sequence. Because if you fall down, you're on 4th, which will make you not lose your senses. Especially when you are pulled into it and then you forgot all about it. Even if you have a nimitta, and when you come back, it scares you out because you can't remember your wife. You can't remember your daughters. You can't remember you're in Mumbai. It's just like being in a sort of coma. And sometimes it takes a good amount of time. And that's the reason I was saying it takes you 4 months to get totally into it. And then try to make these fingers like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try that out. That means you're just like you're creating a shortcut keys. So you're creating some shortcut keys. When you say 10, 9, 8, the mind is, it's drawing, it's drawing, it's drawing, drawing. Just do like this, it's gone. It's like saying that switch off. Oh, I don't want this app. I don't want that app. I don't want that app. Done. That you can do it. To do. Don't tell this to anyone who doesn't understand anything. You're putting him in real mess. Okay. 2, don't teach someone who is not yet ready. You'll feel this to teach someone. Hey, this is good. I think you should be in this state. Especially people who are obsessed with traditions, it's very difficult for them because they can't let go of this tradition thing. They think they have to be on the tradition. It's pretty difficult because they have to come to jhana. Even though Goenka says that you are coming to jhana, but that is not there in any book of printed books, especially except for what is given to assistant teachers. So it's basically kept in wraps. And I'm being a fan of Goenka, I can't even understand that there's something beyond Goenka. Okay, so that's another problem. And especially with all these different traditions, different ideas, different kind of things. So you should look at somebody who is at least a Sotapanna or a Sakadagami by your own assessment. And that you will come to know after 4 or 5 months from the time you experience it. Even Shaniel can notice from the eyes, he can notice, oh, this guy is faking. This guy is genuine. Because the mind will be so pure, it can penetrate. And he can see, or you can also see how far you can help this person or how far you can't help this person. That's going to happen. Because at the 9th jhana, it has cleared out Kamachanda and Vyapada. So you will basically be as pure as sprinkling water. So I think Shaniel should be able to do this by early November. I feel that even before I reach Australian shores, he would be knowing in this Australian group who are capable to even understand what he's talking about. As how he'll end up being in the mind illuminated and let the illumination happen by itself. Okay, so, and also with the US group. But anyway, so basically that's what you're going to get when you. So don't have to be just like we do with when we go to the Goenka retreat and come back. We tell 100 people, I think you should go to this retreat and it'll be good. And that is never going to happen with it. Because they can't even understand what you're saying. And the more they are hooked on to the tradition, the worse it gets because they can't let go of this. They can't understand what you're saying. So not much of a complication there, but you can't make them understand what you're undergoing. It's beyond. Because you reached a state which is just one stop away to liberation. So there's nothing you can do to anyone except being compassionate at them, saying that, okay, whenever they'll find out. Okay, now that's all what I wanted to say. Yes, Ariu, first let me finish with Ariu and then Kalyan, you can talk.
I think maybe Kalyan was in a conversation with you. If you want to finish with him, okay.
Sure, okay, Kalyan, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, that's what my initial question to Ravindra ji was this, because you have explained like certain traits which is of Sakadagami, which what Ravindra ji was saying, I was wanting to hear like what Anāgami traits he was going to say, like something that is, because like this again, for me it's very difficult to name it something, but a few things that you have said are very resonating, which is like how you say it. Even when I do meditation and I come out of it, oftentimes I was scared looking at my mom like also like this, and what happened like that. Oftentimes I got scared, and sometimes even if a phone also rings, my like it's like if someone comes and shocks you, something like that. When I come out, even that alarm which wakes me up, that scares me. So that kind of happened, but I have never considered myself in a phase for Sodapanna or Sakadagami, or because I never knew what trait should be there to be in that state. And second was right, even when you were saying, and every time I'm nodding or I'm smiling and I'm like you said, it will get weird, but I'm aware of it. Like now also, like when you were saying even this thing to Ravinderji that don't be in that withdrawal state. That I noticed, like every time I think my general state is withdrawal state, very tired. Not tired, but like whenever like people make jokes, I never got it as a kid also. I never found why people were laughing, but it's my conditioning that maybe at my home, my mom said that make people comfortable, not like that. So that got the conditioning, and now that conditioning I can see clearly. So even this morning when I texted you, I was referring to that conditioning, code and conditioning. So now also when you were saying something and I'm reverting with an expression, I'm aware of it. Oh, I'm reverting like this. Then I'm smiling a bit more like that. Also, I'm aware. So, but I don't know like what state it is falling, and it's very. And yes, I surrender. When I meditate, I don't think of any state, or I don't think that I need to get into jhana. I never. That's why sometimes I just think if I'm reading more, I'm just making it more messy in my head. So sometimes when I meditate, so it's a very exactly how Chula Dasa said about. Initially, I tried, but my comfort zone I found out is that if I do 3 rounds of japa, I get focuses, and then I imitate Chula Dasa's method, and that gets me into a very deep absorption state. So that's what I do. Although like Chula Dasa has a very different getting into samatha. So it's kind of like that. But I cannot define what state this is.
No, that's correct. I understand. I mean, you have gone far. I mean, you've done pretty good. That much I can say. You're very closer. So just wait for a few more weeks. You will get the clarity. You're just getting there. And when you get there, you got there. Irrespective of whether you knew Buddha Dhamma or you didn't know Buddha Dhamma. Only thing is that will make you know that you reached here. Just like, get a placeholder, like, I land in Guwahati. Simple. That. So somebody says that this is Guwahati, and then I say, okay, this is Guwahati. Fine. I didn't know this is Guwahati, to be honest. So that's all is going to happen. Let's say I go to Chirapunji and then it's in Shillong. Or in Meghalaya, I didn't even know that. Example, just seeing some waterfalls. And I asked somebody, what's this waterfall? You don't know that? No. You're in Chirapunji. The first time you hear Chirapunji, right? Or just like Sakadagami, something like that. First time, oh, this is a state of of Sakadagami. Oh yeah, okay, fine. Then makes sense. So just almost there. So just wait for a few more weeks, not even few more months, few more weeks. You will come to see for yourself. And then this, whatever you're having now, will intensify and take you to Anāgami. At that time, you know that you need to pretend here. You don't have to pretend here. You need to be doing this here. You don't have to be doing that there. So you will automatically be able to gauge it, because for everyone it will be the same. If it's Shaniel or me or Ravindra or you, let's say you become an Anāgami, you will exactly know what to do, because the consciousness knows by itself what needs to be done. It doesn't have to be taught that you do this or do that. It knows. So you'll come to it. So just wait for a few more weeks to get into the second stage of whatever Buddha says as Sakadagami. Then you will see for yourself.
I just want to add something, that whatever Kalyan is saying, that was my experience also. But after achieving this nirodha samapatti, the total experience is different. It was a withdrawn state, but I know that there is no feeling. Earlier, it was there that something is happening, but there is some feeling is there. Now I don't have any feelings about anything. That is a difference. Now you are feeling that I am in withdrawn state, but after that you won't feel anything of that withdrawn state, or something is there, nothing is there. You are in shunyata basically. And one more thing that I want to put here, that when we are traveling from Pangong to Leha, that time I was watching my breath. It was around 3.5 hours. I was watching my breath, and that time Ashwin sir and Amar sir was talking. The music was there. They are singing. They are singing, but I was watching my breath, and I was on breath all the time. I'm experiencing breath that all the time, and I am listening that Amarji is telling something, Ashwin is telling something, music is going, all the things are happening, but I was in on my breath only. So this kind of experience is very unique. That you are on breath, you are listening, but you are not enjoying, not you are grasping anything, not you are you are only aware of that something is going on. I can say that whatever Ashwinji is telling, whatever Amarji is telling, which song was on that, but I was on bed all the time. So this type of practice is very useful for getting into that calmness or state, helping to develop our samadhi. That one thing is very good thing to do for all of us. That
Thank you, Rabindra.
And to add to what Ravindra is saying is like this. So you are hearing to music. You know it is music, but doesn't get registered. You also know that it's music. Not that just blindly don't know, but you know it. So what you're now undergoing is something similar to that. Just wait for it to fructify, and you'll see it for yourself. Oh, it is permanent now. And the very moment it happens, you'll get into this last stage of getting into the four arupa jhanas quickly. Let's just get into space and infinite consciousness, nothingness, and neither perception nor non-perception, and then it closes. And then you come back, you know, you have done the nirodha samapatti, and this time around you can do it as many number of. You're on mute in case you're talking.
Yes. So while Ravindraji was saying about that breathing, I experienced that. What I have not experienced, and I said like yesterday, only for very less minute I experienced that that time was a gap, like there was a cut of time. Only that time. That thing I have not experienced, but this breath, with breath I have experienced, and I have not like have this urge to listen to music from last 1 year. I don't feel like listening to music because it just it doesn't feel like an information that you know. I used to enjoy listening to rock, metal, and also sometimes I play my bass, but it just I'm not attached as I was before. I know the difference, like no attachment to the music. So I have stopped altogether listening to it. So, yeah, and that's
No, that's fine. So there are many things. Each person to reach there, something is going to be slightly different. You don't have to go by one person's, that's my testimony or Ravindra's testimony or Shinil's testimony, because we all have a different, I use the word sankhara for that reason. We all have different things, but the experience would be the same. So just flow on the experience rather than how to get there. He's just saying that beyond the breath, because that is working for him. For somebody else, something might be beneficial. So it would be a change. Definitely, you can see the change. Like I can even tell you that Shaniel was working earlier, managing his own company, and now also is managing exactly the same company. But in April, how he was managing it and now how he's managing it are two different. And he would know to himself, even though he explains it, we can't get it. It's just like a fruit which we have never eaten. So he will say something and we can only say, okay, maybe that would change. But I can 100% say there's in earthquakes, it's called as a tectonic shift. So that shift has happened in him. So he no longer can run the company as he was doing in April when I met him. If you ask him, are you interested in running the company? He would not have any answer. If you then ask him, that means you don't want to run the company, he won't have any answer. It's very difficult now to say, come on, tell me something. How were you running your company earlier then? And here is a problem. You can't go back. Because there is no referential point now. It doesn't mean that he doesn't remember, he got dementia. No. It's a struggle now. How was I? How was I? I was running fine. But how are you running now? Now also it is fine. So what's the difference between that fine and this fine? That poor guy cannot answer now. What fine are you talking about? He can only say it was fine. It is fine. It's nice. I don't get worried about my company. So you mean to say you were worried then? I was not worried. Now also you're not worried. Then also you were not worried. I don't know how to say to you, but I'm totally left it. That means you have left working for the company. No, boss, I'm working. Why are you now getting frustrated? You said you're an Anāgami, you will not get frustrated. I'm not frustrated. I'm not getting the words, how I should put it for you. That's a frustration. But otherwise, you just leave him. He will be managing exactly the same thing, but in a total different way. That only he will come to know, no matter how much I ask him. In fact, if I sit next to him next month, watch him, how is he working, and or go somewhere and take a binocular and see what is he doing, I will not find a single difference on his work day because it's internal, nothing external about it. And only he will know. Even Ravindra cannot do what he is doing. And Chenil cannot do what Ravindra is doing in this matter. He knows he is killed for that time. But there's a change in the way he's working in Air India earlier when we were in Leh airport, and now he's working in the same airline. It's different. He knows the difference. In the same way, Kalyana, and for others, you will know your own difference. Theoretically, we can keep on saying, oh, this will happen, that will happen, out from experience, but you will get to see it yourself. And I'm sure in few weeks you will get to the second stage. And then it is quick. You're more, now what I'm seeing is very nice. All of you are quicker than me. So it is very good. It makes me, what I can say, getting high without drinking. Because the amount of effort I have put, I look at Ravindra or Shaniel, actually when I saw his eyes, I was thinking, oh, done so fast. And then another question comes, oh, was he doing it in the previous life, or who cares? Now he's done it, is good. Like your case also is good. Your eyes says that. So have some, you relax yourself and then you'll get it in few weeks. Then we'll talk. Once you get there, you know you got there. This question never will come to you.
Sir, you made it easy for us.
Yeah, I have made it easy, but
That's true.
I feel it nice. I feel it very nice. Now we have many people getting into Anāgami stage. Beautiful. Yes, Madhukar.
Yes, it was like a spoon feeding, very well digested in our workshop. Same thing.
Yeah, hope you had a good time while you were here.
Very nice, sir. And I hope that this will give me a good internal effort and this one to go ahead.
Sure. Yeah, you are again welcome. Anytime you want to come here, you can come. You don't have to ask my permission, shall I come or. And for Veena and Mrityunjay, they can just turn on their scooter and come whenever they just drive away.
Yeah. They were a campus. They were compass for me to reach your location.
Yeah.
Where the Dhamma resides.
Good. So should we end? Yes, Ari, go ahead.
Yeah. I also don't have too much time, but I have two sort of questions. Maybe it's related to, after explanation may fall in the realm of harder to explain, but maybe I'll just quickly ask them anyway. So you said about fourth jhana before, and then you can stay there for a month. And even this Anāgami will be naturally drawn towards it. And even in that, you tend to not make perception of orally type. Right. So I was thinking, what is the difference between this equanimity and that not identification of Anāgami? But maybe it's within the same thing, like you explained.
No, it is a difference, but not much different. It's a difference. So I can't say there's no difference, but it's not much of a difference.
Maybe this upeka is still a feeling, but that is no feeling.
No. What happens, I think you misunderstood it. Upeka is equanimity. So you are not pulled by anything. Fine. But this one, nirodha samapatti, in it, you are not at all there. This complete cessation, this complete gone. Yes.
I understand in the ninth jhana it's different than fourth, but after coming out in the baseline of Anāgami, how different is it than the upeka in terms of not perceiving things?
See, something is happening on the road and you are not really concerned about it, one way of looking at it, and when you really not react to it is another way about it. And when you come back from nirodha samapatti, you don't even have an identification to it is another way of it. So ignorance, if I were to say, I am literally seeing it, I don't care. A fight is going on the road and just don't care. Is that upekha? No. I'm seeing them fighting. I'm seeing their face turning into this and that. That's upekha. Right? So I'm just seeing the animation, so to say. That's upekha. When we say upekha, equanimity means you are just watching that animation, like Tom and Jerry show as example. You're not watching Tom and Jerry, you're watching the animation of Tom and Jerry, and that's what makes it upekha. If I'm caught up in Tom and Jerry show, it means I'm not in upekha. Right? Now, when you see nirodha samapatti, what these two gentlemen have achieved, it means it's complete cessation. No Tom and Jerry show. When you come back, you're seeing Tom and Jerry as just characters. It takes a while for the consciousness to get back. Okay, now. And when it comes back, it is totally different than this upekha thing that it is seeing the animation, but here it is seeing no more than a character. Yes.
I guess previously, if you lost mindfulness, then you will not be upekha. But after coming out in this one, there's no such thing as losing mindfulness. And
there's nothing like that. You're always mindful. You're always mindful. You're always mindful. Because now it becomes a obsession to see each face turning into this way and that way. And all that. In fact, it would be nice, Ariu, when you come there on 30th of December, if we both were to do what we're planning to do, you'd see a hell lot of a difference and also no difference. And then you'll understand what I'm trying to say. And let's say we both decide, I and Shenil decide today, when Ariu is coming, we'll pick him up at the airport and then we are withdrawn. It will be only Ariu talking. And we'll pick up May. Anyway, she's coming the same day. So we pick up May and you, and not that we are not smiling. Not that we are not doing anything, but we are not there to do anything. So it will be like auto car or self-driven car, whatever you want to call it. Just, and then we park in the garage and then we're just minding our own business, which makes you feel alienated. Literally. You want to try that out? We can tell you and do it for you. And then you'll see the difference.
We can do it for the group, you said. So
no, that anyway I'm going to do tomorrow, but in flesh and blood. Right? And then maybe we'll plan it. And we'll plan it, tell it and do it. And then let's see how far you will go. You will see the difference between the upekha thing and this. Yes.
So can we say that after coming of that, we will land in akinchayatan?
Yes, you will land up in akinchayatan. Correct. That's a perfect landing spot initially, and then it goes to 4 jhana and stays. Because there's no self. So when you come back, you're just trying to get back. Anyway, tomorrow when we meet, we're going to show the difference between animated state, unanimated state, fixated state, non-fixated state, release state, non-release state. 6 of them. In the talk. Now you have to tell me where I was fixated, where I was in this. So let's see how much you can find. But you have to be very keen observer. So these two people, Shaniel and Ravindra, so let's see how far they have got into this. Yes.
Yeah, last question, hopefully quick. So, thank you. Last question, Ravindra. So you mentioned that your likingness to stay in jhana has increased. Right? So even before, I think the mind would be drawn towards jhana. So I'm wondering, what do you exactly mean by that? Because has the jhana become better? Or is that slightly you were tend towards central, but now you're not? So what has caused this? What exactly make you more drawn toward jhana, even though previously you were?
I think jhana is better now. Earlier, I have to take some efforts to do that, but now it gets in automatic mode. So I have to just think of that jhana and I'm there. That is the difference.
I see, I see. I guess now it takes effort to not be in that versus the other way around.
So don't worry. So tomorrow we'll play the game. And then you have to be all of you need to be keen observers and try to say, yeah, he was here, he was here. Unanimated means this. Okay, now tell me, before we close, what is animation?
Acting.
Movement of frames.
Yes, movement of frame. So a face having movement. What is unanimated? You know that. Speak to me, then I'll show you unanimated. Then you go ahead and speak.
Still?
Speak something.
Stillness.
Speak something where I can turn from animated to unanimated.
What is your name?
Animation is, my name is Vilas. Unanimated is, and now when you're going to talk on the Dhamma, I can make it unanimated, which will be literally boring. No expressions. And the eyes get fixated. Simply like when you are doing this happens. So it goes into a very monotonous mode. The sound.
Like Osho.
Yeah, like Osho. Or like Sadhguru also. So the faking thing also you can see. This guy's faking, it's not real. And many people copy from Osho because he was doing that animation and unanimated. So people just copy from Osho. Osho was genuinely doing it, but people copied from Osho just to fake it. The most faking is Sadhguru. You can literally see his faking. It's just a fake. Because the eyes should get fixated. Doesn't happen without an animation. Anyway, we'll see tomorrow. Should we end or something more to say? May.
Very, very lucky and to be in this group for everyone, I think, to hear this and happen.
Yeah, even I feel very lucky. May, are you still around or you're...
Yes, I'm around. I'm listening.
Okay. So another two months, another 2 months to go to see you.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, absolutely. At last, I'm going to see you flesh and blood.
Yes, looking forward. And then, yeah, sorry, congratulations, Ravindra.
Thank you, my sister.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Yes.
should we end? Should we call a day for today? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Luke, bye bye.